For the past 2 years, let's see, we have survived a pandemic, maybe, for the most part. I've been fortunately pretty healthy. I'm focusing on starting a small business and just, staying healthy and as active as I can. In the next 10 years, I hope the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation isn't a thing, because I hope there's a cure for Crohn's and UC. But if not, then I hope that Camp Oasis is still continuing. I love camp. I'm a big supporter of camp. And I hope to be a counselor for the next 10 years, and the next 10 years after that, and the next 10 years after that. You will push me around in a wheelchair to get me to stop going to Camp Oasis.
In the past 3 years, I've gone from being a freshman in high school to now I'm a senior in high school. And I think the biggest thing that I've done is I've really furthered my love for cybersecurity. So in the next 4 years for sure, I'm planning on going to UT Austin and studying computer science there. And then after that, I'd like to start working for a business where I can grow my skills in the field where I learn how to properly do penetration testing standards, get certification, stuff like that, and then eventually branch off and start my own business where I can do that myself and hire people and be the boss of my own company. Best case would be we find a cure for Crohn's disease, right? But I feel like most realistically, I think that what we can do is really outreach to other members, people all across the nation, even across the globe, and help them find a community where they can sort of grow and learn more about the disease that they have.
Life has taken me into nonprofit work myself. Me and a friend of mine, we started a nonprofit called Water Apparel Co. And what we do is we create clothing that helps spread awareness for different social issues that is going on around the world. And also, one other thing, I'm also engaged. So in the next 10 years, I would love to get more involved with the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. Over my years of just really dealing with what I was going through with Crohn's, they have really helped me just aid in my recovery. Crohn's Colitis Foundation really helped bridge me with individuals who are going through the same conditions that I was going through. In the next 10 years, I really hope the foundation accomplishes or establishes a mentorship program. I know that if I had somebody who had already been through it, and then they could give me some just tips and pointers, because then I wouldn't have to go through something first. Maybe it would just help me do something so I didn't have to experience that pain or that suffering that I had to go through first to learn it on the other side.
This past year, I've moved, been in quarantine, gone to school. I have not had any problems with my Crohn's disease for the past 6-7 years, and I'm still taking the same medicine, so I guess it still works. What I want to accomplish in the next 10 years is hopefully get a scholarship from a school to play football. What I want the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation to do in the next 10 years is to keep doing all of this, maybe in the next 50 years. Like, find a cure for Crohn's, and when their stomach starts hurting, they don't have to worry about it being Crohn's.
Since I was honored, I recently graduated high school in 2018, and I've just been working on my bachelor's degree in biology at Texas Women's University. In the next 10 years, I personally hope to be a physician's assistant. I know college and having Crohn's disease is a really hard thing to do, but I'm very proud of myself for how far I've come. So that's what I hope to accomplish. In the next 10 years, I hope for the foundation to have a bigger outreach. I think they're doing very great so far. From the time that I was honored to now, they've definitely done a great job just spreading more awareness, creating a community, and I just hope that they keep doing that.
So since I've been honored at the dinner, a big life event was I got my gallbladder taken out back in 2019. I've gotten a new job. I work at Jefferson Dental Clinic as a treatment coordinator. What I hope to accomplish in the next 2 years is finishing dental school, dental hygiene school, so that I can be a dental hygienist, because that's one of my main goals in the future. What I hope the foundation accomplishes in the next 2 years, I hope we get more like recognition, like as the foundation, and then like the funding that we need. Mainly recognition, because not a lot of people know about like Crohn's or colitis, or they may be new to it, or some people may have symptoms and like they don't know that they might have Crohn's or colitis.
Since being honored at the dinner in 2015, I graduated from the University of Texas with a degree in economics. Shortly after that, I had my first major surgery related to Crohn's, removing a small section of my small bowel. After recovering, I started my career in the finance industry. And then I also started the North Texas chapter's Young Professional Board. In May of this year, I got engaged to my boyfriend of 3 years, and we also got our first puppy. In the next 10 years, I hope I am healthy and I have my own home somewhere by the beach with my family. And I also hope to be running my own bar bakery combination. That has been my dream for the past 10 years, basically. So hopefully it will happen in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, I honestly hope the foundation has accomplished finding a cure for these diseases. And if we're not there yet, then to have even better treatments than we have now and continuing to improve the lives of patients.
Hi, so since 2013, when I was honored, a lot has changed. I am currently a sophomore at Texas A&M University and loving every minute of it. When I was honored, I was in 5th grade, which is so crazy to think of. 2 years later, after I was honored, I got diagnosed with a really rare infection called nocardiosis that blew up my lymph nodes to golf ball size and placed me in the hospital the second week of my 7th grade year and made me go homebound for that whole entire year. That definitely changed the course of my health for the next 6-7 years of my life. And then going into my freshman year of high school, about 2 weeks before school started, I actually had a GI bleed. And it really tested me, tested my faith, tested my strength, but I had amazing doctors and my parents and my family and friends who really supported me and got me through it. Throughout all of these weird things that were happening, my Crohn's was still pretty much in check. In the next 10 years, I hope to accomplish, first and foremost, graduating from Texas A&M University, and I want to go to med school. My journey with Crohn's has led me in that direction. I really want to help others because my doctors and my nurses and everyone has helped me along the way. I'm just continually supporting the foundation and raising money and fighting for a cure. And so I look forward to hopefully seeing that, if not in the next 10 years, 20 years, whenever, hopefully in my lifetime, but also just bringing together a great community and lifting others up with Crohn's and colitis.
We are all lighting the way to cures.
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 We are all lighting our way to cures.
We are lighting the way to cures.
We are all lighting the ways to cure.
We are all lighting the way to cures.
We're all lighting the way to cures.
We are all lighting the way to cures.
We were all lighting the way to cure.
We are all lighting the way to cures.
We are all lighting the way to cures.
Woo!